Hello everyone and welcome to the next session of linear differential equations. In this session we will study the applications of linear differential equation. So output of today's session is understand the concept of linear differential equations and its applications. Right? So very first application we will start is for mass spring system. In mechanical engineering we use mass spring system mostly. So here we will study the concept we have studied related to the linear differential equation, how it is applicable for mass spring system. Now let us see the concept of mass spring system. Suppose I take a fixed spring which is fixed at one point. You may take spring or string, no problem. And then to another end the weight is attached to it. Now, what's happened we will see. Suppose I just release a duster from some height. What's happened? It goes down, right? By its own weight. It goes down by its own weight, right? So, whenever I attach any spring to some fixed point, then it goes down due to the some weight attached to it, right? Whenever it goes down, what are the forces acting on the particle? Same way, what are the forces acting on the spring? First one is weight acting downward, and the second one is tension in the spring, or a spring, no problem, right? Because whenever a spring is there and we just attach to one end and release, we observe that as soon as we release, it goes down and again rebound. So up and down process starts, right? And it stops after some time, and we can say that equilibrium occurs, right? So up and down process starts and stop. We say equilibrium occurs. Now what's happened? Equilibrium occurs means what? We have seen there are two forces. One is weight, that is we call mg. W is equal to mg. So weight mg acting downward, and tension in the spring. Suppose if I take S is the length, right, and K is the spring constant or spring constant, then tension T is equal to our Ks. Now equilibrium occurs means what? Equilibrium occurs means weight is exactly balanced with tension or Ks. So mg is equal to Ks. This we use to find constant K. mg is equal to Ks. This concept we have to use to find constant K, that is spring constant, right? Just like in any experiment we need some constant. So same way the constant K we need here. So in very first step, if I know the K, then I can solve the problem easily. So at equilibrium position, I get mg is equal to Ks. You have to remember this equation. Okay. Now the differential equations, we know that for a spring constant, differential equation, you may use D'Alembert's principle or Newton's second law of motion. Anyway, we get the answer. That is, what is our D'Alembert's principle? Mass into acceleration is equal to total force. Using that concept, we can solve this problem, right? So let x be the position of particle at any time, correct? At any time means whenever spring is just in motion up and down, then what is exactly at t equal to some point, what is the value of where is that particle exactly, where is that body exactly? That is nothing but our x. So x is the position of that particle at any time t. Then dx by dt is velocity. So velocity is equal to dx by dt. And acceleration is equal to d2x by dt square. Now I get here mass into acceleration m d2x by dt square, or you may write m dv by dt, no problem. But for mass train system we take this equation m d2x by dt square is equal to minus kx, is equal to minus kx. Now the question is how this minus kx comes, because I have written here summation here. So what is the total force acting on a body? We will find it, and then we will turn towards this equation. Okay, here at equilibrium the distance is s. Now again I just extend it, because whenever I pull it down and release, then it goes up and down, right? So I pull it down means my x is below the equilibrium position, so x here. So the total distance is s plus x. So spring constant into this s plus x. Let's calculate it. Instead of writing directly, let's calculate it. Spring constant k into s plus x, right? And it is tension in the spring, so it is opposite. Tension in the spring, so it is opposite, and weight of the body is acting downward. So total force is equal to mg minus the opposing force is k into s plus x, right? But mg is equal to ks. If I simplify it, mg minus kx, but mg is equal to ks at equilibrium. So this becomes 0, and I get an equation m d2x by dt square is equal to minus kx. M d2x by dt square is equal to minus kx. Remember this equation to solve the problem. Whenever we have a set up a differential equation, we use this differential equation. M d2x by dt square is equal to minus kx when position and time is given. Suppose velocity and time is given, then we use m dv by dt is equal to minus kx. Both are good to solve a problem. Okay. Now some people may write in another way also. Transfer this m to that side, divide by m. So I get d2x by dt square is equal to minus k upon mx, and we call this as minus omega square x, where omega is equal to square root of k upon m. Already in 12th standard you have studied it, right? So this equation also you can use. So this way our mass spring system works. We will clear this concept by taking one example. So problem is, a body of 1 Newton is suspended from a spring, stretches it. A body of 1 Newton is suspended from a spring, stretches it 4 centimeter. So 1 Newton stretches 4 centimeter. If the weight is pulled down 8 centimeter below the equilibrium position and released. Weight is pulled down. How much? 8 centimeter below the equilibrium position and released. The question is, set up a differential equation. So as I told you, sometimes we have to set up a differential equation. We know that differential equation m d2x by dt square is equal to minus kx. So set up a differential equation. Second one is find position and velocity as a function of time. Means we have to find x and v. Okay. Now what is the condition of a spring? A spring which we are going to use in the experiment, that condition for that spring is given. What is that condition? Whenever I attach 1 Newton weight to it, and if you confuse in Newton, you may take kg or whatever it may be, doesn't matter. Only we have to understand the concept, right? So in actual calculation, in mechanics you can do the actual calculations, but in mathematics we need to understand the concept. So here 1 Newton weight is attached to the spring, it stretches how much? 4 centimeter. So whenever 1 Newton weight is attached, it stretches to 4 centimeter, right? Such a condition is there. If I take equilibrium, mg is equal to ks. Now here the word is a body of 1 Newton. Here one word is missing, weight. Body of weight 1 Newton, right? So here W is equal to mg 1 Newton. So So here W is equal to mg is equal to Ks. So here 1 Newton is equal to Ks. S is the length that gets stretched. How much it gets stretched? 4 centimeter. But here 1 I am using in Newton, means I need to convert this 4 centimeter is also in terms of meter. So how I am going to convert this? 4 centimeter is equal to yes 4 into 10 raised to minus 2 meter. Right? Means you may write 0.04, no problem. So here I am writing 4 into 10 raised to minus 2. Get it? So here find the value of k. So k is equal to, transfer this 4 into 10 raised to minus 2 to LHS. So 1 upon 4 into 10 raised to minus 2 is equal to 25. Do your calculation over. So value of k is 25. Once we get k, we can set up our equation. What is our equation? Our differential equation is m into x by dt square is equal to, instead of writing here, I am writing above, so that you can directly look it and try to write yourself. Yes, m d2x by dt square is equal to, what I get? M d2x by dt square is equal to minus kx. This is our equation. Now put the value. M is what? W upon g. So here I am writing W upon g d2x by dt square is equal to minus 25x. Understood? Now G is gravitational force. It is 9.8. So put that value and simplify. Value of W, that is weight, it is 1 Newton. Value of W is 1 Newton. So I am writing this 1 upon 9.8 d2x by dt square is equal to minus 25x. Correct? Means what? d2x by dt square is equal to, do this calculation, minus 25 into 9.8. Complete the calculation. The answer is 245. 245x. Correct? So I am writing this minus sign as it is. d2x by dt square plus 245x is equal to 0. So this is our required differential equation. Set up a differential equation. This was the question. So this is our required differential equation. Now we need to solve it, and we know how to solve it because we have studied linear differential equations. So let capital D is equal to d by dt. Value of capital D is d by dt. So I get here d square x plus 245x is equal to 0. Take x common. I am writing in this side. So here d square plus 245 into x is equal to 0. Find auxiliary equation and complementary function. So auxiliary equation is d square plus 245 is equal to 0. So d is equal to minus root of 245. Minus root of 245. So our square root of 245 is 15.65 I. So plus minus 15.65 I. This is the value of d. Write down the final answer. Complementary function is our final answer. So x is equal to c1 cos x is equal to c1 cos 15.65 t, here t, right, plus c2 sin 15.65 t. This is the value of x, right? So position at any time t. But initial conditions are given. What is given in your problem? That spring is stretched 8 centimeter below the equilibrium position. So x is equal to 8. X is equal to 8 and t equal to 0 because it was not released. After release the spring, then after release that weight, then we get a motion. So here x is equal to 8 centimeter means 8 into 10 raised to minus 2 meter and t equal to 0. Substitute here. So here I get 8 into 10 raised to minus 2 is equal to C1. Cos 0 is 1 and sin 0 is 0. So this is the value of C1. Right? Getting C1. Now you can substitute that C1 here, and how to find C2? For that I need velocity. So dx by dt. Find dx by dt. Dx by dt is equal to C1 into 15.65, because we know the derivative of cos. Derivative of cos is minus sin 15.65t into again 15.65. So here minus C1 15.65 sin of 15.65t plus C2 into 15.65, C2 into 15.65, derivative of sin is cos 15.65. Right? Now put t equal to 0. Initially there is no velocity because we have not released the particle. So t equal to 0, dx by dt, that is our velocity, equal to 0. So 0 is equal to sin 0 0, cos 0 1. So here C2 into 15.65. So this gives me C2 equal to 0. So what is our final answer? Our final answer is x is equal to C1. C1 means 8 into 10 raised to minus 2, that is 0.08. 0.08 cos of 15.65t. Right? And velocity is dx by dt is equal to, here the value of C2 is 0, so this term is 0, only this term sin term remains. So minus C1 is 0.08 into this 15.65 sin of 15.65t. Okay, you can do the calculation and find the answer. If there is some error here in the calculation, you clear your own and tell me, comment on that. Okay, few more examples you can take and you can solve such a type of problems. If I get the time, I will definitely solve it.